A lot of people have asked me some tips on how they can drive a car really well, just like I do. So here are some tips for you. Okay. The first thing I always do, I check the tires, and I'll show you how. Here's the tire. I give it a couple of kicks. That's just tradition. And then here, take the valve cap off. Put the pressure gauge in there, which I don't have on me right now. Check it, make sure it's the right pressure. You see the drums there, the discs. These look completely worn out, but we'll worry about that later. And then this tire is worn out. You should always check the trunk in case there's a whole bunch of heavy stuff in there, like bricks and sandbags and things like that. Let me open it from the inside. That beep, 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 that's some kind of Japanese invention that I think they should get rid of that. It's just ridiculous. Open the trunk. That beep can drive you nuts anyway. See. No, it looks good. There's nothing in there. Then let me check the engine, because that's the next important thing. There's the beep again. Well, let me check the oil first. If there's oil in the car, it's good. If there's no oil in it, the whole thing could explode. It's kind of low. This is some for the gearbox. Belts are in here. Check the belts. This car actually doesn't have any belts, and but if it had belts, I would be checking them right now. These are for the rats. This keeps the rats away. It obviously didn't work because they came in the car anyway. So before I get into any car, I always look on the back seat, see if there are any people sleeping in there, because the bums they'll find their way in your car and they'll start sleeping in the back seat. So I'm looking, there's nobody here, so we're good. I do see a whole big thing of water, which must be the rain, and somebody should clean that out because it'll rust right through. A real important step, of course, is starting this car. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Let me, if I can get in, I'll show you how that's done. Make sure you're comfortably seated. Close the door. I always wear gloves because you could have an electrical fire, and you might have to turn some knobs. And if you have gloves on, then you can do it. Otherwise, it's too hot. You can't touch anything. So I'm going to start it. Okay. Just stand back a little bit. Got a little. Yeah. Just get back a little bit more. All right. We're going to start the car now. But I had the camera repositioned. I don't want any trouble close to the car, so let me get in and get comfortable. Close the door. Check all the red lights are coming on. Well, I'm going to open the door because I can't really see you. So there's the door. Open. All right. Can you see me? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Clear. It sounds okay. If you hear any kind of tick, 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 that means your valves are gone and you got to shut it down. If you hear like a tack, 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 like a hammer, it means the bearings are gone, and you know the whole engine could explode. So shut it down. When in doubt, shut it down. So I wear, every time I drive a car without a roof like this one, I take my goggles with and I wear them, you know, because stuff flies up and hits you right in the face, right off the freeway, into your eyes, can't see anything. And you can't drive around if you can't see, you know, if you're blinded by the debris. And also if you do have an electrical fire, the smoke and all that stuff, the flames and the heat, if your goggles on, no problem, you can still see through the smoke and pull over and see what's wrong. So I just keep them with me all the time, just in case. You never know, someone might actually ask me to drive their sports car, so that way I'm ready. I just wanted to mention one really obvious thing is, do not try to drive a car from the back seat. It just doesn't work. I mean, you can try as hard as you want, so don't even try. So let's go to the front. Sit down. And the other real important thing, I mean, I can't stress it, the seat has to be in the right position. I mean, I've seen people, you know, they drive like this, which is just, you're not going to control the car and it just looks ridiculous. So keep the seat up so you can see over the front of the car. Change the steering wheel angle, you know, don't be an idiot and drive with the wheel like a truck. It's got to come down, it's almost touching your legs. Your hands, you have to be over here, 10 past 10. If you put your hands up here, you're going to crash, definitely. Now these two Ds, I always leave it in the first one. It goes much faster. Make sure this thing, I don't know why they have these things, because you have a P, so why do you need this? I never use it. And when I do use it, I always forget to turn it off. Now, the other thing important, the rats got in here. Let me turn this goddamn sound off. I have the rat problem, obviously, but you should check your license papers. You want to make sure you comply with local law, otherwise you get a fat ticket. So anyway, the insurance papers, the rats took everything. Well, anyway, so let's take the car and start it up again. And just one thing I forgot about, I always check the cup holders so that they're empty, so you can put money in it or your drinks later on, because you don't want to have a bunch of stuff here and then you got to put the other stuff on top of it. So alright, I'm going to start it. Let's see, there's a bunch of red lights, they all went out except for one is still on. There's always going to be some kind of a light on, I've found. And then let's put the car in R, because I'm going that way, and check around, everyth's clear. Yeah, nobody around. So here we go. I just check the mirrors. I never turn my head around. I just ride with the mirrors. It takes practice, but that way you don't hurt yourself. So here we go, backwards. And then, you know, now I've got it in D, a little bit like that, so give you an idea. And then R, hang on, R is down here, as you can see. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm on R right now. And then now I'm gonna go back to D1 actually. Put it over here, like that. So red light still on. Now I put it in P, and I'm shutting it down. Just the other thing I got to mention, you got to take these things out of the window before you go on the highway, for obvious reasons. Don't drive with this thing in front of the windshield. And I think that's about it. That'll get you going. That should make you a really good driver. Good luck. That bell is still whistling, but you know, that's a Japanese thing. And here's my checklist. Just I didn't want to forget anything, so I just, you know, I think you're going to help be a good driver. This is going to help you, and we're done. Thank you.